From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Ants Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Happy holidays from Weather NorCal and our sponsors. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Well, happy Wednesday afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger, Weather NorCal. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's take a look at those weather headlines, and not much has changed here. Mainly dry and mild the rest of the week, but there are a couple of weak disturbances that'll move through on Thursday and Saturday. That could bring some of us a little bit of wet weather. More on that a little bit later, but mainly dry and cooler for next week with the possible change or possible chance, that should say change, but a possible change in the pattern for the end of the week. That change could lead to the potential for some more rain. However, I'm not seeing a lot, and the long-range forecast models are not in full alignment here either. Take a look at your neighborhood forecast for the rest of the afternoon. Upper 60s, mid to upper 60s in the valley. The coast upper 50s and somewhere in the 40s and mainly 50s for a lot of the higher elevations. So this is really the next disturbance I've got my eyes on. This could potentially bring some of us some drizzle by Thursday morning. All right, so let's take a look at that and see what that means. Okay, so we take you through, of course, tonight, not much going on, right? Plenty of sunshine. But by tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., there's that weak disturbance. Could we see some drizzle? Del Norte, Humboldt, maybe even Trinity County, western Siskiyou County? Sure, it's not out of the question. Is it going to create any problems? Absolutely not. Maybe just a little bit of drizzle to start off your morning, early morning, because by 8 o'clock in the morning, it's done with. It's clearing out by Thursday afternoon, and then you'll notice for Friday it's dry. But look at the marine layer. It is getting closer to the coast, so we may start to see that marine layer begin to creep closer by the end of the week and this upcoming weekend. All right, so that's the disturbance right here that could push through, because here's the thing. We've got high pressure in place. And what it's doing is it's breaking apart at these storm systems that are coming in from the Pacific. And they're mainly riding up and over the ridge. But some of that energy is able to sustain itself in that ridge of high pressure. And that's when we tend to see that drizzle, as I was talking about for Thursday morning. See how it kind of breaks apart? But look at this. By the time we get into Friday, most of the rain up to our north, high pressure building in. High pressure still the dominant feature, keeping us mainly dry, but there are still some clouds coming in. It's what we call a dirty ridge of high pressure, if you will. But this area of low pressure right here is actually a decent strength. And what it's going to do is help to kind of nudge that ridge a little bit off to the east, kind of break away at it a little bit. And we're going to see a little dip in the jet stream right here. Now, this is what we call a trough of low pressure. This is where we start to see more clouds. We start to see cooler temperatures. We also start to see the chance for some rain. Now, in advance of that, we've got this weak disturbance that's kind of rotating around that area of low pressure. And it could bring some light showers for parts of the North Coast, Trinity County, and Siskiyou County. Is it going to be a lot? Again, absolutely not. If we see anything measurable, let's say a tenth, 2/10 of an inch of rainfall, it would be places like Del Norte County. But elsewhere, maybe a trace to a few hundredths. That's how insignificant this is going to be. And most of it's to the north, which, as you can see even there, not significant at all. So overall, Saturday, not a lot going on there either. The rest of it's dry with just the clouds. This then moves down as a slider down to the south and east, and what that will do is pick up those winds from the north. Classic setup, high pressure to our west, low pressure to our east, kind of funnels between the two, and we see those gusty north winds Sunday and Monday. And then, of course, by Tuesday, you see how they're spreading apart. That means the winds will die down as well, but still looking at those dry conditions. All right, so here's what it looks like for the rest of the day today. Temperatures mainly in the mid-60s, give or take. 63 degrees for a high today in Oroville, but 67 in Redding. Taking off to the east, 40s, some 50s, upper 50s, maybe even some low 60s out along the coast. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for the valley. It's dry. Now, one thing you'll notice, I think, across the board is added cloud cover Thursday, more sunshine again Friday, and then probably more clouds coming in on Saturday. Another thing you'll notice is fairly warm temperatures, but temperatures are dropping as we go into the weekend and through next week into the low 60s, at least for the valley. Of course, cooler than that for the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. So maybe some of that morning drizzle we were talking about, nothing to be concerned about, nothing to cancel any outdoor plans over. Saturday, the best chances for any measurable rain, which will be light even then, is going to be Del Norte County. But Humboldt County, Trinity County, the inland areas could see a chance for a brief light shower, a sprinkle. That's it. For Siskiyou, Modoc, and the Eastern Mountains, I've got that chance in there even for Siskiyou County on Saturday. But overall, it's not going to amount to much. If anything, I do have it dry for Saturday for Modoc County, the Eastern Mountains. And then again, you can see those cooler temperatures as we go, especially the second half of the weekend and for next week. Well, that's your afternoon update. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll be back again this evening at 6 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.